Hi guys. So I have been so thankful to have Alex with me, and since he's been here, I want to do something really nice for him. Okay, so I'm going to have you guys join me as I create a tea station for my son. So I found these really cute bottles at Dollar General, and believe it or not, I bought them last season because I was going to do a product with them, but I didn't know what to do with them. So now I'm going to use them to create our tea station, our hot drink beverage station. So I'm going to get the tops out of all of these so I can get them all washed up. Okay, so now these are drying. Let's make some coconut milk hot chocolate. All right, this is Sapphire coconut milk Sapphire mix. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys how I come up with my little recipes. I'm actually using one of my beakers, and I'm starting off with about 225 milliliters of hot water, okay? And when you're creating, you have to document everything. I have my little shot glass here, okay? And this is how I came up with this recipe, okay? So we have some organic coconut milk here. We have some pure maple sugar. We have some organic cocoa powder, okay? And then I have some sugar in the raw, because I'm not going to use all maple sugar. I'm going to use some raw sugar to combine and make the right consistency of sweetness that I want for this, okay? So let's get started by adding coconut milk to the hot water. I've added all my ingredients to my sheet so that I can track as I'm walking, as I'm going down. And what you're doing when you're doing this is, because I have a recipe, but I'm trying to show you how to make your own recipe, okay? So what you're doing is you're tracking the ingredients and you're figuring out what's gonna work for you, what you're gonna like as you're adding it, okay? So we're gonna add this coconut milk, and we're starting off with 1 tablespoon of coconut milk, okay? And we're just gonna mix that in, get that blended in there nicely. Now, a cup of water is approximately, 8 ounces of water is approximately 236 milliliters. So 1 tablespoon, normally what the bag recommends in order to make this creamy is that you would use, I believe it said a half a cup for 1 cup, okay? So let me show you my little cheat sheet, my little cheat chart. This is my little kitchen chart that I keep here. Normally it's on the wall, but I cleaned the wall, so I moved it over here temporarily to pick up. 16 tablespoons equals 1 cup, okay? But I'm not gonna start with a cup. I'm gonna start off with a half a cup coconut milk to 1 cup of water, okay? So it's gonna be 8 tablespoons, all right? One way I could speed this up, I could add 1 at a time, or I could use my trusty little scale here and measure out the milliliters, and then I know exactly how many milliliters is in 1 tablespoon, okay? So let's go ahead and dump that in there. And it is 6.09 grams in 1 tablespoon, and I want 7 more of these, so 7 times 6 is going to be 42 grams. Let's go. So as you guys can see, I'm almost full on this one, so I'm going to empty this into a bigger beaker. So we're at 24.26, so I'm going to go ahead and add this in, and then I will add the rest. So I moved it into a bigger beaker, and we're just going to use the milk frother to mix this up some, okay? And the cool thing, we're going to add in, it smells so good, we're going to add in cocoa. And I don't know how much cocoa, it's really the cool thing about cocoa is you add as much as you want. So we're going to start off with 1 tablespoon and see if that's enough. Oh, it smells so good. All right. And now let's go with our sugar next. I'm gonna do the sugar in the raw. All right, let's start with 1 tablespoon of sugar in the raw. It's not sweet enough, so I'm gonna add a little bit more sugar, and I'm gonna add another scoop of hot chocolate with cocoa. So now we are at cocoa, 2 tablespoons, maple sugar, 1/2 tablespoon, and coconut milk was 8 tablespoons, but it broke down to 42 grams. Okay, so and then raw sugar so far 2 tablespoons. All right, let's get some mixing done here and try it again. We'll do like 1/2 tablespoon of the pure maple sugar, and because maple sugar has a crazy kind of taste to it, so it's like an acquired taste. Okay, and we're just gonna mix this up, and then we're gonna taste it and see if it is, see if it's sweet enough. It's really good. It's really fluffy. It has a lot of flavor, but I'm gonna add a little bit of cinnamon because I like cinnamon, and I think it's missing vanilla. So I'm gonna put a little bit of vanilla extract in, but I'm gonna find a dehydrated version of vanilla, organic vanilla, to go in it for the next time I make a mix. And let's try this and see how we like it. Oh my God, it's so good. Okay, so we're gonna say approximately 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, because that just, wow, okay? And that just changed like the whole thing. And now I don't like my stuff super sweet, and neither does he. So this is the perfect recipe. Let's clean it up and get it written, and we're gonna turn it into a larger recipe. Let's go. So we're gonna take this 1 serving and we're gonna turn this into 8 servings. So everything over here has to get multiplied by 8, okay? So the coconut milk was 8 tablespoons. We used 42 grams of coconut milk. So 42 grams of coconut milk would be 42 times 8. So 48 times 40 is 320, and 8 times 2 is 16. So 320 plus 16 is 320 is 336. So 336 grams coconut milk. So 1/2 times 8 would be 4. 4 teaspoons cinnamon. And I'm not going to incorporate the vanilla since I don't have it dehydrated, and we're making a mix that's going to go in the hot beverage tray, okay? So let's get some measurements here for milliliters, which is going to make it a whole lot easier for me to mix this up, and you'll see why once I get it on the scale. All right, 336 grams coconut milk, and we're going to tare it and add our maple sugar. 50 grams, tare it. 65 grams of cocoa. Let's go. Tare it. 225 grams of raw sugar. 225 grams of sugar. And now 8 grams of cinnamon. 8 grams of cinnamon. There we go. So I'm going to make it a little bit more chocolatier later, but right now this is what we're working with. So let's get this mixed up. All right, so I have this KitchenAid mixer. I have the professional KitchenAid mixer, so it doesn't flip up, which is why I keep it like this. It works out perfectly. So we're gonna just take this off. All right, pull our bowl off, and we're gonna add our mix to the bowl. This is our hot cocoa mix. Coconut milk hot cocoa mix. All right. So now we are going to add a couple of finishing touches before we get this in a jar. I decided to add some hot chocolate chip or some chocolate chips to this. So it'll go in the jar and it'll look really nice. You'll have hot chocolate chips floating around in your hot chocolate. All right. Now let's get this measured to see how heavy is this. Okay. All right, so I had to switch over to my iPad because my phone died. So the total product is 743 grams. And since this is supposed to be 8 cups, okay, this is basically, I made 8 servings, right? So we want to divide this by 8 to figure out how much of this we want to go into 1 8-ounce cup of hot chocolate, okay? All right, so 743 total grams divided by 8 servings is going to be 92, so 92.875, so we'll just go 93 grams per serving, okay?
So this is our final outcome. I put herbs in each of these bottles and put some tea bags there and hibiscus, you know, some green tea, some chamomile, some lavender. All right, I added some apple cider packs and got this little container from Ross to put all these teas in for him. And then I put our hot chocolate, our coconut milk hot chocolate in these little containers. And I made these little custom stickers. So one of these goes in a mug at a time. I got him a hot tea, what do you call it? Kettle, electric kettle. And I got him this steeping cup. And I got some other cool stuff, you know. So this is cute. I think it came out well. What do you think? So I am absolutely loving having this tea station in my house, and we've even put honey on it and matcha and other things now, and it's definitely grown, so I can't wait to expand on it. So yeah, I think that everybody should have a tea station. You know, create your place of creating your warm, hot drinks and enjoy the winter. I love you guys. Sapphire out. Bye.